In this scenario, a dog steals a shoe and immediately darts under a table. When the dog turns defensively to face the owner, they are demonstrating classic resource guarding behavior. Our instinct is to reach in and physically pull the item away, but for the dog, this confirms that you are a threat to their resources, reinforcing their need to guard the object even more aggressively. To solve this, we use the 4-step exchange method. It's a specific sequence of drills that teaches the dog to prioritize trading over hoarding. This approach shifts the dynamic. Instead of a power struggle, the dog learns to view your intervention as the start of a game, where giving up an item leads to getting something better. Preparation is the first step. Gather 5 to 8 large, safe items, like old t-shirts, towels, or large rags. It's important to select the right materials. As shown here, you should only use large, soft fabrics. Strictly avoid small items like socks or electronics like remotes, which can be swallowed or broken during the training session. All the chosen items must have roughly the same value to your dog. If one item is significantly more exciting than the others, the dog will fixate on it, making the exchange process much harder to teach. By controlling these materials, you prevent the dog from choking and ensure that you don't accidentally reinforce a guarding habit on a valuable household object while they are still learning. Phase 1 is forced abundance. Sit on the floor and begin playfully tossing the rags all around the dog. This bombardment teaches the dog that your presence brings an oversupply of resources. With 6 rags on the floor, the dog loses the incentive to hoard just one. As the dog engages with an item, move to Phase 2, continuous exchange. The moment the dog approaches you with their first rag, immediately offer a second one. This diagram illustrates the flow. By repeating this loop, you ensure the dog's mouth is never empty, tiring them mentally. Notice the warning. Simply present the item. Never engage in tug-of-war or pull the rag. Let them decide to take it. Flooding the dog with choices removes the instinct to guard. They become conditioned to the physical movement of dropping one item to grab another. In Phase 3, we add a brief pause. Hold the new rag where the dog can see it, but do not immediately give it to them. Think of this like a clothing trial room. To take a new item in, the previous item must come out. This signage represents the core rule the dog needs to learn. Stay still and wait. Do not reach for the dog. Let them figure out that they need to drop their current rag before you will offer the one in your hand. This waiting period shifts the entire dynamic. The dog learns that letting go of the object they have is the only way to get you to offer the next one. Once the dog is consistently dropping their rag to get yours, Phase 4 introduces the new verbal commands. When the dog walks toward you with the item, say the command, leave. Say it clearly and only once. Avoid repeating the command if the dog hesitates. Timing is everything. As shown, shout the marker word yes the exact millisecond the rag hits the floor. Then throw the new rag behind the dog, forcing them to turn and run away from you to fetch it. Throwing the item behind them turns the exchange into a game of fetch, making relinquishing the most rewarding part of play. Ending the session correctly is vital. If you simply take the last rag and walk away, the dog feels like they've been robbed, which can reset their guarding instincts. Instead, you should buy that last item. Scatter a handful of high-value treats on the floor, as seen here. While the dog is busy eating the treats on the floor, you can calmly and quietly pick up the final rag and end the session. Practice this drill for about 10 to 15 minutes every day. Start with old clothes and only move to solid items like remotes or containers once the dog is dropping the fabric perfectly every time. Consistent practice replaces the dog's fear of loss with a positive expectation. Eventually, they won't see you as someone who steals their toys, but as someone who always has a better trade to offer.